Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. This is Giselle, and I am a CPR business owner. I actually started my CPR business in 2019. And today I want to share with you how to start a CPR business. I think that was one of the things that I struggled to find when I was starting. And so I'm done with classes today, and I thought, hey, why not make a video, right? So maybe you love to teach, or maybe you took a course and you found it interesting that there's CPR courses, and maybe in your heart you feel as though, hey, I could teach this, I could go into this field, right? But you don't know where to start. That's where I come in. What to do if you want to start a CPR business, or you want to let's start from becoming a CPR instructor, right? Becoming a CPR instructor, what do I do? How do I get started, right? So the first step in becoming a CPR instructor, there are different companies that you can teach for. So you need to decide, which organization do I want to teach for? You have the American Red Cross, you have the American Heart Association, you have the Health and Safety Institute. So you can choose which one you're interested in. So go on their website, read about them, look at the different courses that they offer, and see which one interests you. When you find the one that interests you, then go ahead and first and foremost, you want to get your basic level training. So the CPR first aid AED training, that's your basic level. You can take it at, different locations in your state. Just make sure the organization you want, that's the CPR and first aid training that you are taking. Once you do that, your next step is to go and get the training. Get your basic training. After your basic training, then the next step is to become an instructor, right? To get the instructor training. So you can find instructor courses depending on which organization you train. You can ask for the requirements of how to become an instructor. They'll direct you in the right way of how to become an instructor, right? Once you take the instructor course, you complete the instructor course, there's a theory and there's a skills class that you have to complete to make sure that you are competent with the skills. Once you do that, you will be ready to teach your first class, okay? I would say before you teach a class, it's good you can shadow a current instructor on how to, just watch them teach a class, shadow them. You can have them observe you teach a class. Some of the training programs, they will have observation of your skills. But yeah, get the training you need, and then you will be able to start teaching. When you start teaching, you can teach on your own because you might know family, friends, those in your community that needs training. And you can also find training centers and training sites across your state or your community that may be hiring trainers, right? So you can apply for those positions. One thing about training as an instructor is that you have the opportunity these are the benefits that I see. You have the opportunity to set your own schedule. So you can choose when you want to teach, and if there's classes available, you can take those classes and then go out and teach. Whether you want to teach a 2-hour class, a 4-hour class, you can choose, which course, what time you want to teach. So it gives you that flexibility. So if you're interested in doing it part-time or fully, I would say if you're coming into training, unless you get hired directly as a full-time trainer, you can do it part-time where you're working, and then on your availability, you can go ahead and teach classes, but not going in all full-time because you may not get the income that's needed to be able to sustain you. okay, unless you have that support so you can go in full time, so definitely find organizations that are hiring contractor trainers, right? So you can contract. That means if they have availability, they will let you know, and then you go out in the field and teach the class. A lot of times, depending on the distance, you might not get paid for mileage, and sometimes you do, so these are things to take into consideration when you're considering becoming a CPR instructor. I love being an instructor. I've done it for the past years. I believe it's a passion that I have. So when I teach, I'm having fun in my classes. We're having an awesome time, and it's just wonderful, compared to, I'm not struggling. They said when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So, it's just like, for me, it's like I'm doing what I love. I'm teaching people life skills. They can save a life, and that brings me joy. So if this is something that is on your heart to do, go for it. Okay, go for it, and it'll be worth it. So thank you for watching, and maybe the next video I'm going to share with you starting the CPR business, like getting that going. What does that look like? Because people can get lost in that place. So also, if you have questions that you would like me to answer, because I just did a brief thing for you to get you going, please go ahead, put it in the comment section, and I'll respond to you. I might do another video to answer your questions. This is Josephine. I'm the owner of Bole's Training Center. We're located in Phoenix, Arizona. So www.bolesolution.com for your CPR training classes. I am also an instructor trainer. So if you want to become an instructor and you're local, I can help you become a CPR instructor. So yeah, I'm here to help you, to mentor you, to see you reach your goals and do what you love to do. So once again, thank you, and see you again. Bye-bye.